Withdrawn against 3 OPP officers charged in the death of an infant in Kawartha Lakes. CP24's Jamie Goodfreund is standing by live with the details on this story. Jamie?
Yeah, charges were dropped against 3 OPP officers in connection to that fatal shooting of a toddler back in November of 2020. The Crown Attorney calling this a terrible, dangerous, and traumatic event for everyone involved. I want to get reaction to today's charges being dropped. I want to bring in OPP Association President John Cerasuolo. We appreciate your time, and I'm sure you can appreciate how just heartbreaking this whole situation was for everyone involved. I want to get your reaction to the charges being dropped against the 3 OPP officers. I would imagine you're pleased with today's decision.
Yes, thanks, Jamie. We are pleased with the outcome today. This is an incident that, has, occurred 3.5 years now. And it doesn't diminish, the tragedy involving the death of a child. And our sympathy goes out to the family. This has been a long-standing ordeal. We've supported our members through the investigation with SIU, as well as the criminal proceedings. And here we are today with this outcome.
It was revealed that the consequences of this situation resulted in a genuine situation of self-defense. Can you paint us a little bit of a clearer picture of exactly what led up to that shooting and what happened? Were your officers fired upon, or could you just paint us a clearer picture of what led up to the shooting?
Well, I can tell you, Jamie, that it was a highly volatile situation. It was a fast-moving, dangerous pursuit that occurred. The officers, there was a collision prior to the encounter with the suspect when he hit another cruiser. We also had an officer injured as a result of that collision, critically injured. And then there was the standoff basically at the vehicle after the collision with the officers, which led to, shots being fired.
We know that the OPP were responding to reports of a child abduction, and given the fact that, your officers, encountered this individual, William Shapiro, did they know that was the individual at the time who was a suspect in connection with this attempted or abduction? And if so, I guess just obviously it's very easy to not criticize, but to point out what's happening when you're not involved in that situation as it's happening. But if there was a report of a child abduction, why would officers fire on a vehicle that's being investigated and not knowing if there was a child in the car?
Not knowing all the details, that was the initial call. The officers did locate the vehicle involved in that incident, and a pursuit was initiated, and then resulted in a collision, and then they had to deal with that vehicle. When you're into a standoff with someone that is armed, our officers are highly trained, but we cannot guarantee the outcome. So they basically dealt with the incident with the facts and the physical evidence that they had at the scene, and dealt with that incident.
John, the Crown also recommended there was a coroner's inquest into the situation, and that there was evidence of a lack of coordination and communication in the OPP's immediate response. What's your reaction to that recommendation, and do you think that there needs to be better coordination or communication when situations like this surface?
Well, at any time when someone dies and police are involved, usually there is a coroner's inquest, so that's not unusual. In this case, like I said, it was fast moving, it was dangerous, it was highly volatile. They were dealing with a pursuit and a collision, an injured officer, and they dealt with the situation, which they're highly trained to do. But like I said, we cannot guarantee the outcome in these types of situations when you have an armed suspect.
And once again, the report showing that this was a genuine situation of self-defense by these 3 OPP officers. John Cerasuolo, OPP Association President, we appreciate your time. Thanks for joining us.
Thanks, Jamie.
Lindsay, we'll send it back to you for now.